the sun. Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome back to Weird Games here with you first, me first. Papa Weird
And Weirdling.
in the his owl. Alright.
Today we are gonna be doing what are we gonna
I didn't do my catch up homework yet. I know. Look at that. And we gotta do yesterday's
been
work.
A busy day.
2 days, 3 days, several days. Well, we had the
Several
weekend.
days.
Had Star Wars Day. So Star Wars Day is always busy and so alright.
And he's always very sleepy.
Sure. Star Wars Day is a long day. I've been doing this. I only have 1, 2, 3 to go, and then I'm going to scan it all and put it together, and then I'll probably ink it, and then if I ink it, I might color it, and then I might have something, and then that will be it, and I might die. In peace and happiness. It has been long. The road has been long. Alright. Where are we? So, we're doing today over here, the little...
You need to highlight it. You need to highlight what we...
Where'd my highlighter go? In the highlight box. Wait. Very precarious. Alright? Very
One,
precarious.
your microphone's off.
Sure. So, we did that one, and we are going to
There's
the...
a room on top of the wall?
That's the little incinerator part with
Oh.
the morgue, and that's the hallway where it
Okay.
connects, right?
I see you now.
You see me now? I see you
yes,
now.
I can see you in real.
In real life, yes, in real life I can see you too. Alright. Ah! They got attacked. Alright, don't
Oh,
attack
yeah?
the miniatures.
Bob
Oh yeah, Lob in the house.
and
And Gus.
Gus.
The 3-lettered crew. Alright. Representing. And both Vaders. Alright. So yeah, today we are doing, because we have done that one and that one, we are doing the central room, the boss's room, and the transit locker. These two here, right? They gotta catch up. We gotta catch up. All right.
Okay.
Makes
You're
sense?
gonna do this one first. This one.
We're gonna do this one first, and then that leads down into that one, because that's this one here. This is the transit one, all right? T on the little very tiny map that no one can see at home. All right. No. We haven't done it yet. It's all right. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. That's the interrogation room. Sure, go on. And the cell. You can tell I haven't colored this in for a while. Homework. All this homework. All right. Moving on.
I'm starting school.
Flip it.
I have homework.
Oh yeah, school.
he
You're
has
gonna have
homework.
you're gonna have actual homework. Do you have real question here? Do you have homework? All right.
Each week I get math.
Okay, sure. Keep that up. All right, math's good. Okay, that makes you add the numbers right. Okay, so we're doing the final transit room. Okay, so going back to where, like this one here. Okay, so it's gonna come out and down a gradient. All right.
Okay.
So down a gradient, like that, and into the room again. Same kind of structure there, with a final gradient as well. But all of these have had a step down. Now, this next section, and we'll see it with the next room primarily, is where the Shadowkai have taken over the what's actually live construction area. All right, this is one of the staging
what's that,
areas,
though?
and there's ones that have been constructed temporary where they will be going in. They haven't been refined. The stonework still hasn't been finished. But they're functional ones. Yeah, I've got an accountability for a couple of rooms of that. And that's where they're using the slaves. That's where they had the slaves that were helping do the construction work, right? Prisoners. Oops. We let it
Wrong
slip.
word.
The prisoners who were doing their duties of paid labor for good behavior bonds were constructing the next part, and they're the ones that were in part of the revolt. So they're what's forming the contingent of the Shadowkai revolution, all right?
So they're like working.
Sure, and there'll be some, because we'll generate what is
We're gonna
is
put
meant
more
to be.
enemies.
Yeah, they're going to be some enemies. Yeah,
Yes!
today, a few of them, actually. So
ha.
we've got the transit locker here, all right, which will have, I do believe, this one had a table, right? So there's going to be a table again. Had some manacles and shackles, all right. Again, very good.
And the comfy pillows.
Had no comfy pillows in this part of the prison anymore, all right. You need to move past that, all right. So that's a weapon rack, all right, which is going to be empty.
With how many weapons?
Empty. This room.
It's empty.
Yeah, this room is empty and is like a buffer room. All right, this has been
Okay.
this has already been stolen from all of the and taken. So maybe this table will be missing.
Are there any traps?
No, none of this is trapped and locked because they have set it off. They don't have the technology to fix it or rearm them or anything like that, and they wouldn't want to anyway. All of the traps and the locks that we have pretty much done up until now are out of the way, out of the system, because they haven't been installed yet. All
so
right?
no more guards. Bye bye.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We've already done the last of the guards and the last warden already. Yeah. So, sip of tea. Sorry, sip of tea early on. Green tea again. Yes, water.
With my large straw.
All right. Doesn't have to be all about the straw, okay? Yeah, move that away. We need a little bit of room here. So this room has essentially been emptied out, all right? There's no guards in here, no traps, just the manacles on the wall, an empty weapons rack, and possibly the table and chairs still, all right? So that's maybe table chairs in here, okay? All right. So that's what I was saying about this being an easy one. Very easy, quick to replicate this one. And because we're stripping out
do another spiral,
or it's only a simple one down here. This spiral was where it led all the way down into the whole new area. Oh, they will have leveled up by now. I do believe that. Let me see.
Thing.
Yeah, check the book. Where's the book?
Check the thing.
I do believe. Where had I written it in for advanced? Level 3 to 4.
I do believe.
Oh, we're in the wrong month.
It is
yeah. Oh, after they deal with the Shadakai. So in this next room, depending on whether they slay them all here or whether they make friends with them all and reunite all the Shadakai that they've liberated and the half-elves, and they live down here as a community of free people in a society of love and harmony.
How many things have we done? We've done this.
We've done all of that, and we've done all of that except for this locker. So all of that, Oubliette, and the morgue. All right. So it is here, because then from here, the next section afterwards, and leading into the caverns and the tunnels.
Oh yeah, that is 12 days.
Yeah, it's going, yes, because today's the 13th.
No,
so
today's
it has
the 11th. Tomorrow's 12.
No, today's the 13th.
Wait, today's the 13th?
Today's Valentine's Day. Didn't you tell you about? I'm sure it is. Is it
Valentine's
14?
Look it up.
Are we early? Oh no, we haven't got time for that. Real D&D players have no time for such frivolous things like love and Valentine's Day. Isn't that right, Lob? Well, yes, and spears. Alright, very good. Where are we? Back to here. I knew what I was doing. So, this is just going to be a simple step down into what is going to be the next part of the section.
Did you there was a bridge?
Really yes, well, yes, there's going to be a bridge. Spoilers. Mind me, sorry. Yeah, just casually being old. Thanks. I love that. Now, moving on. So yes, there is a bridge. Spoilers later on, and the reason, the importance, I suppose, of this Shadakai room that we're going to be doing next. Well, let's switch over to it. All right. We come down that decline there into this large room. Now this is the staging room. It's mostly built out, but not very overly presentable. This is what's meant to be the next service area. Yeah, with multiple exits. Right, it's still meant to have its 3 exits. This is meant to be one of the next transit rooms, but it hasn't been built or kitted out. I should move it over here. Come over closer. All right. It hasn't been built out or carved out. So you come down the decline, all right, into this room. And it's one of those large entry areas. We're going to have this one here. This goes off into rooms that they're reclaiming, all right? These are rooms that they were meant to build out later for services, but they haven't done that yet. So what's happened is the Shadowkai that are in this room, this is where they're held up. They are living in this room here as like their number 1 and 2 and 3, all right? But they're later, okay?
Okay.
So, this room here is where they're going into what you were talking about, that next lot of cell blocks. Okay, so there was going to be cell blocks through here. And this is where they're having the temporary hold of the prisoners, not slaves, that are doing all of the prisoner work, not slave work. Okay, so they're going to have a couple of cells, and that's going to come in a couple of days as well. And yes, it will lead out into that bridge section, all right? And this is where it's not really a bridge, it's makeshift one. It's more a big ladder that's temporary but functional, and that is held in this room. So up against this wall in this room is a giant ladder, and that there is being used to cross the breach into the cavern system. All right,
what if the people just decide to not explore and just climb up the ladder?
The ladder doesn't go anywhere. It only goes across the great big gulf of space. There's nowhere to go into or up out of or down into with it. They will have to either come back and get it, because maybe they come through and they see it there and they don't even know about it. Maybe they ask about it, but they're not going to get it on the first pass through. So eventually they might have to come back and then barter with these guys if they're on good terms to get the ladder, right? So it's a plot point as much as it will push some sort of narrative in them. I mean, if they kill them all here, say they're not in good with anybody, say they're murder hobos, and they could kind of do that here, I see.
With all the tieflings.
Yeah, sure. As long as they rescue the tieflings, I really will feel sad about that if the tieflings don't make it out of it alive.
No. Imagine if the party is just like, we decide to kill all the prisoners, kill all the tieflings.
Well, they're murder hobos, and their DM should punish them for their horrible behavior. All right, we don't acknowledge that here on I can't make an X on the channel. All right. All right, smarty. Okay. So they come down their decline. They've got this ladder along one wall. All right. So this is where they're guards. So they're enforcers. So we've had enforcers, and their warden.
The Shadowkai enforcer things.
Well, the warden will be back in one of the rooms, but we could say that the warden is in this room, sort of like he has made a sort of throne area here, right? So that's his throne he sits on. And these rooms are where they sleep, all right? So we would have a sleeping room over here and maybe a storeroom at the back or something, right? So, and those ones are very rough rooms later on problem, okay? So we've got the Shadowkai boss, all right? So this is the boss. And this guy's going to be CR4, all right? Okay. So we put out the boss first. He's equivalent to like CR4, and he has several CR2 people underneath him, all right? So same as we did for these guys. Where's their room?
So that's going to be a pretty tough fight.
It's designed to be that way, quite intimidating, so that they don't actually want to do it. Well, they need to come back and they decide to fight them, or they're at level 4. But either way, they have to negotiate their way through this room to get anywhere else.
Otherwise, it gets
very messy, and they have to fight their way through, or go back and sort of like have some protracted campaign where they, pick each other off.
What if they're on good terms?
Well, then they with the guards.
All the guards.
Okay, so they get down here and they realize that in that guard room, and then the guards are like, "Oh, we forgive you for murdering every single other guard and warden before you. Why do you have that? And didn't that belong to? And why are you wearing that armor? Is very familiar.
Wearing,
and why did you
look? Monkman's beam.
Yeah, you look almost exactly like one of the Elven guards yourself. What's the story? If they can do that and convince them to come fight for them, good on you. Good on you. All right, maybe. Look, this is the kind of thinking that we need you here for.
They're going to lag the D&D game.
Well, they could force an actual quite big confrontation. because the cards might say, hey, look, 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 don't kill us all. We're in a really tough place here. But if you don't let us out, and we'll tell you where everything is, and the Shadowkai, they're the real bad guys here. We'll help you, and then later on, at least you don't have to fight them. So you never know. Maybe they'll barter for their life in that situation as well, right? Because they're caught between the party and the Shadowkai.
Yeah, but then what if the party also has all the murder hobos? And the elves are just like, why do you have all these murder hobos with you?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, that's what. Yeah, why do you have? You might. That's what I mean. Even this is where we talk about persuasion and stuff. Being how much can you persuade, right? So you bring all the murder hobo people out of the prison behind you. You get to the guards, and the guards are like, we'll help you, but how come you just have to get rid of that guy and those ones and don't let her anywhere near me? And
why is the family reunited again?
Yeah, and that's the thing, whether those characters, whether they would
wouldn't be reunited yet.
Let me see. Yeah, they
in the guards room. The family wouldn't be reunited.
No, in the guards room, yeah, because the girl is off in
and the crazy godfather
and the crazy godfather uncle. Yeah, sure. Where'd we put him? Was he in the hole? All right, good work. I love it. All right, crazy. So, well, I doubt there's going to be any tieflings along here. You never know. We still have survivors, and they're part of the retinue in here. Okay, getting back to story. All right. So we got a boss. Okay, and then we're going to have two of their enforcers. All right. So these are CR2s. All right. Okay, and then we're going to have probably, how many engineers do we have in total? Let's see. That room. Yeah. So in engineers, we had one engineer, and we had the actual head guy, right? So 2, and then we had 5 of them. But they were all quite low level, weren't they? We only put them at like a 1, right? CR1s. Okay. So what we might do is give them water. All right. So we might give them 2 more.
Water.
Give them water. Well, they'll need a water barrel in there. That's very good. All right, they need a water barrel in there. I still need to think about how many people we're going to put in this room, and so that we don't outweight it. All right, we're not using calculators at the minute, and we're sort of like roughing it out as to how even this is to the forces.
There's going to be 5 engineers.
No, there was already no. There was this many. There's got to be less. All right, because you need to say that even though this one guy is stronger, he actually holds less. All right, just wait, please. All right. So we're going to have 2 of the enforcers. So these are all Shadowkai. All right.
Is that
so we're going to have sorry. Yes, we're going to generate that up in a second. Just wait. So 2 enforcers, and we're going to have 2 randos that are also at CR2, but these are other races. Okay. And then we're going to have a D4 of CR1s that are also prisoners, not slaves. Okay. So roll the dice for the other 2. So we're going to have, technically we're going to have 5 reasonable people in this entire space. So this is a room of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5-room challenge that we're setting up, that we're going to have this amount of people inside of. All right.
Okay. So there's 2 CR2.
Yes, and did you roll dice, a D8 for racials yet?
No.
Okay, do that now. Okay, so this is what we want you to do.
The only one I didn't get.
Right. Well, that's not my fault.
1.
Was it?
That's elf.
Sure. You're probably right. What do I know? It can't be. It comes after dwarf. Dwarf! There's a dwarf here? Whoa, this is interesting. Alright, so.
Get rid of one of the, dudes. And then...
No. 1 dwarf is fine. Alright? Can you flip the coin for me? On our heads, it's a slayer from the Warhammer universe as well, and that's all we get. On our tails, it's just a regular old mundane dwarf from this world. Alright. That's boring. Alright. Very boring.
But he works for the Slayer.
He works for enforcers. Maybe he was
Used to
there.
work for the
Maybe he's got a relationship to the Slayers where he worked with them as some sort of liaison between the dwarves of this world and the dwarves of another world. I don't know. That sounds interesting to me, but I'll sort that
That's
out
something
later.
for the DM to him.
Yeah, sure. If they ever knew what a Warhammer Slayer, Dwarf Slayer is,
Look it up.
sure. Look it up. Yeah, on the Google's net. All right.
Or Opera.
Yeah, or Opera, sure.
Because who uses it?
I don't know. Some people use Bing. Apparently, they're going to upgrade Bing with the Chat AI. Chat GP. Yeah, they're buying that out or something, and they want to put that in there because they're trying to compete with Google and Google's AI and stuff because they're going to have an AI artificial, and that can't end badly at all, right? That
No.
I've never seen a movie where advanced artificial intelligence or robotics has ever gone bad ever. Never.
Never.
All right, great. So, what'd you roll?
Terminator.
What'd you roll?
Uh,
Second dice. Did you roll again?
no. One.
It's another dwarf.
No. We're rolling.
You want to re-roll again?
That's the
Half orc. So a dwarf and a half orc walk into a Shadow Kai encampment. All right, I've seen this joke. All right.
No, what? No, you haven't. When?
Sure. And they say to the Shadow Kai barkeep, we'll have 2 of your best. And then the Shadow Kai barkeep says, I don't know how to end this joke. All right. Very good. Moving on. You don't come here for the comedy, all right? Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know why you come here. Why do you come here, Weirdling? Because you have to? Because. Alright. Because you live here. Alright. Close that book.
We need to roll.
What are we doing now? Oh, sure. How many did you roll up before? Did you roll a d4? 3. Okay, there's 3. Alright. So 3 CR1s, alright? 3 times 1. Alright, okay. So, what do we got? Did we flip a coin? We haven't flipped a coin. Okay, flip a coin for these ones, alright? Shadow Kai first. We're trying to propagate it. Just having 3 isn't enough. Give it a shot.
No.
No? Okay. Half elf.
Yes.
Okay. There's a half elf. Alright. One of the last of the half elves.
Not a Shadow Kai.
Pressed into hard labor.
Not a half elf.
Alright. Roll those. 4.
That's an elf.
No. You say everything's an elf. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a human.
What? Is it in alphabetical order?
I think you need to go back and look at the alphabet. Alright? So we have a human. Alright?
Is this one half elf?
No, Shadow Kai.
Not at all.
You gotta do that over here. Show it off.
It is a half elf.
Another half
The
elf.
last
Last
two
of the
half
half elves. Alright,
One's
sure.
completely innocent and one works for the half elf.
You reckon?
The half guy.
Well, you flip on that. You flip on their innocence. Alright.
Okay.
Seeing as we've
the
introduced
first
some.
one, half elf.
Alright.
First half elf innocent.
This kid. Alright, this one's innocent. Alright. Second one.
Tails, it works.
What?
Works for the half.
Innocent. Alright, they're all innocent. Stop trying to make them guilty all the time. Oh my god. You make them all guilty and evil and stuff like that, working for stuff and end up with horrible families that turn out to be killers. What's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you? Where was I? Alright, so this guy's okay. So the boss has accumulated all of the funds. Alright? So this guy holds all of the monies. So what I want you to do is find each of the coins and roll a D.
Each of the
6
coins?
Each of the coins and roll 6 of them each. We got enough. So is it 64 and 68 and 60 20? Can you do that? Do them all at one time, all right? So do 64 first, right? Otherwise you'll make a mess. Take that dice out. Put that over here.
dice.
Put that over here. Yeah, look, I use these words interchangeable. All right. Don't you judge me. All right. Don't you judge me. I have intelligence 6. All right. I'm very smart.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
How'd you get 12 out of that? 2, 4,
6,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6.
2, 4, 6, 8,
It's
10,
12. It's 12, right?
12.
I told you it's 12.
No, you said it was 11.
Whatever. Okay, next one. Moving on. 12. I knew that.
12, 4, 6.
Right, I need a water break while we're doing all this stuff. Okay, so this guy is a baddie, alright?
Evil.
Yeah. He's a big baddie. Alright. I'll write that in. Very good.
6,
Okay.
10, 17, 20.
20? I'll take your word for it.
6,
No, I'll take your word for it.
10,
No, I believe you.
17,
No, I believe you. Every time I believe you. I've never questioned you. Go again. What's copper?
I need to find all the 20.
We don't question you. We trust you implicitly. That's a very big word for someone of intelligence 6, to be honest. I just made it up.
Minus. What would that be?
What?
What would that be? Like the modifier.
-2, I think. I think 10, 0, 8's -1 and
What?
6 is
This
-2.
one's.
Oh,
Okay,
these are big
so-
numbers to count. Alright, what do you got there?
30,
Okay.
50, 57.
57. Alright, great. Now, this guy's going to have magical armor on him, alright? Because he has stolen it off one of the wardens or
Oh,
one
is
of the
that
other people.
all of the boss's money?
Yeah. He's collected it all. He's a big bad guy. He rules through tyranny and
Wow.
oppression. And if we get any winnings here, it's all mine until we get out, because I'll know how to look after it best. And if you say the wrong thing, I'll bash you. Like, that's how it works.
I don't know. What if these guys are just like, how about we just help you go out? We go on our own super adventure and then beat up the people who sent us in here.
I'm just simply gonna make this dude a fighter. Alright, so he's a fighter 1. Alright, okay, straight up.
Oh yeah, all most
give
of
him
these can
heavy armor.
teleport. That our guy can teleport.
Sure. That's a problem for later. Alright. That's always been on the cards. Okay. They haven't been able to teleport out of the bars because of the magical nature of the buildings and the stonework and how they've woven it into every part, but that no longer exists. That's all off the table because this is all pretty rough in the construction now, these rooms, alright? So this that's why they stay here, because they don't feel confined by the magic anymore. Like, it doesn't hold them back. They feel free being in this room and the other ones around it. So that's why they hold off down here. They don't even like being in that transit locker because it's a finished modified room. Alright. So where were we? Oh, I was looking at armor, right? Okay, give me an armor roll on heavy armor. Don't roll a 4 again. Don't roll a 4 again.
1 plus 3 is 4.
1 plus just 1 is just 1. Alright?
4.
No, you can't keep rolling until you get a 4.
I only rolled twice.
No, it doesn't work like that. You've got ring mail. Alright?
Only ring mail. I want plate mail.
Can't give everybody magical plate mail just because. Sometimes we do have to listen to the coin, dice, whichever mechanic. Alright? So, got ring mail. Alright? Magical. Now, weapon of choice. Rolling on a martial weapon. Give me a d20.
16. That's a sickle.
Trident. Why would he have a trident? Would they have one down here?
No.
No. Roll again.
Why?
Roll again. I don't like it. I just said that we have to listen to the dice. I don't like it. Alright, what is it? What is it?
1.
1. Battle axe. That's reasonable for a fighter to have. That's big and strong. Alright, but we're going to allow him to have it be a magical battle axe. Alright?
What is its magicality?
It is big and sharp and does magical damage. And no, I'm thinking, let's see, what is this level now? If they beat this room, they're level 4. Give it a challenge. I reckon we give it, look, it's just a straight +2 battle axe.
That's quite a lot.
Sure, exactly. That's why they don't want to mess with it.
+6.
No, get out of here. What do you think this is? We don't do +6 in this generation. Alright, what are you talking? We didn't even used to do anything more than like +5 anyway. Look what you're talking about. Yeah. You don't get no. Just don't go crazy, alright?
Okay, let's roll armor for
the enforcers.
The enforcers.
I'm just going to give them non-magical armor, and I'm going to give them medium armor, alright?
1.
So hide, alright, and you just want 2 ones?
Oh.
Hide in a chain shirt, alright?
The dice don't like me.
They don't like these guys, alright? Hide in a chain shirt. Okay, very good. Very simple.
The dice like the good guys, not the bad guys. Why won't they give the bad guys play mails?
Huh? What do you think the bad guys?
The dice didn't give the bad guys.
You're talking about the elves, and you're just signifying them as the bad guys.
No, the elves
just
are the good
exist.
guys. The elves are the good guys.
Who's got plate mail?
The good guys, the elves.
Yes. As it should be. You can't give these guys. You're gonna choke on yourself. Look at you. You alright? You alright? Alright.
Ugh.
Before you die, so we can finish up this episode. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Should we assign weapons to these guys? Maybe, because it might be important, but they're just going to be general. Simple martial... Wait. These guys, these extra 2, and the other 5, they just have simple martial weapons. Alright?
Dad, I rolled 16 3 times in a row.
That's why we're not rolling that dice. Alright? Okay.
Dice
We're going to roll
really
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to roll a d10. Alright?
8.
Wait. A dwarf with a quarterstaff. Alright. Okay. Next one. What did you get the next one? Look what you done to yourself. That's a 1. Roll again. Roll
I got
time.
a 0.
No, I didn't see it. Roll again.
4.
2, 3,
9.
4. Hand axe. Don't roll ahead. Alright. So the does flip on a coin. Does the half orc have a shield? Oh my god, don't kill me.
Yes.
Flip properly. You gotta catch it.
Yes.
Alright, good.
Have
A hand axe and a shield. Alright, very good. So dwarf with a quarterstaff. Half orc with a hand axe and a shield. We have a half elf over here. Alright. Are we giving them separate weapons each, or are they just fisticuffs?
Separate weapons.
They're allowed to have weapons? They've
Simple melee weapons between club, dagger.
Flip on the coin. Do any of these guys have a ranged weapon? Right? We need a bit of ranged in here, right?
I mean, it's a small room. None of them.
Okay, so no ranged. Alright.
It's
They
quite a
just
small
got
room.
whatever they could get their hands on. Okay, go on then. You can roll another d8 3 times or whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to write it down. I'll have to write it down over here.
5.
Alright? So, 1, 2,
That's
3,
a
4,
javelin.
5. Okay, so someone's got their hands on some javelins, which they can throw and or stab with.
6.
Alright?
That's a.
Someone's got their hands on a light hammer, which makes sense. That's thematic, alright? There have been carpenter's goods and stonemasons working goods down here, alright? So they got a light hammer.
2.
2
Dagger.
is a dagger, sure. And someone got their hands
Stabby
on a
stab.
dagger. Half elf with a dagger makes sense, alright? Which they can also toss if they want to. They can throw that a little bit. Alright. So we will set up this other room back here, alright? These ones are just going to be the sleeping quarters and store quarters. This is what they've managed to get their hands on and might contain... This is where, like, later on, we're going to put the water. Same as we did with the other one. But there might be a water
already added
barrel
one.
here. How about next to the throne, there's... Oh, yeah, I did. Very good. Next to the throne area, there's a little bench and table, right, for
And next
stuff
to the
to be
bench
put on,
and table,
and
there's the door.
there's still like a weapons rack over here, right? They've managed to get their hands on a weapon rack and set it up there. Flip on the coin, see if the weapons rack has any ranged weapons in it. Whether it's got. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Don't. Oh my god. That's it. That's it. Where is it? Where'd it go this time? You lose it? You lose it. You lost it. It's gone. Roll a d6, and on a 1, 2, 3, I tell you, you've lost my oracle. Where have you lost my oracle to? There. Here. Alright. Yeah. Something normal. Like that, see?
It was
yes,
it
yes,
just ascended
yes,
into the air
yes,
when I tried
yes,
it.
Yes. They are ranged. Alright. Give me a d4 roll, please. 4. Okay. So, give me another d4 roll and tell me how many short bows or long bows. So, we'll just tell me how many short bows there are.
4.
There's 4 short bows.
That's 4 long bows.
There's 4 short bows. Range. Okay, 4 short bows are in there. Someone wants to grab them, they can. But it means that they've otherwise got their hands on weapons and at least something to defend themselves with at any time. And on the wall's a weapon rack with some short bows in it. On the other wall is a ladder. There's a throne with some table. There's a boss who's a fighter, who's CR4, who's got all of the monies
so
here.
they don't want to fight this
and
guy.
with a big battle axe and ring mail. Yeah, so they don't want to fight this guy because there's quite an amount of numbers.
So they just want to become the druid wants to wild shape into a hornet.
Well, I mean, what they can do is they have to either have a standing battle with them or have running battles throughout the complex. Maybe they can use traps or magic, you know, because there's no magic here. This is all just other than teleporting. There's no real magic here amongst this community. So threat-wise, it's significant enough in the action economy that they could get outnumbered and overwhelmed.
Yeah, but,
you know, but
judging by how many prisoners there were, these guys may get overwhelmed and outnumbered.
it depends. Like, it depends really on the situation. Sure, they
Depending
might be
on-
welcome. They might be welcomed, and it's like here. We tell you, you got to get out. You got to go this way. Use the ladder to get over the big gap. You know, this is the whole situation. Thanks for reuniting my brothers. Make sure you take that crazy tiefling lady with you though still. Right? So
There's like 6 more of them to collect.
no, they're not Pokemon, alright? I think we've got enough. Okay, so
Oh, it's probably enough.
I think it's enough. The family's enough. I mean it's like the Addams family, right? Mum, dad, son, daughter,
Uncle Fester.
uncle, yeah, sure, weird uncle. They do have a grandmother in that, and they got a thing. I think the thing in this will probably be the mother's daggers. I think she'll make them walk all over the place. I worry about her. Alright, she haunts my dreams at night.
You said you don't dream.
That's true. That is true. I don't dream. Alright,
Okay,
that's
I
not
think
my
that's
fault.
long enough.
Alright, sure. What are we sitting at? Yeah, about half an hour. Alright, very good. Yeah, yeah, I think that's everything. You're right. Move that book out of the way.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for coming.
The thing with the comments and stuff.
Yeah, check us
Okay.
out. Alright, bye-bye from Lob and Gus.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Oh, yeah, Gus was actually composed of 4 letters.